All right. Yeah, another Nukes. Nukes put one up. Yeah, I've turned the lights off. People always say turn the lights off, but it kind of does ruin the picture. Makes it look like old school TV. But yeah, yeah, Nukes. Let's go.
Hunter Matthysse lives in a historic home in Memphis, Tennessee that was built in 1859. The house sits across from a forensic center where actual autopsies are often performed. One night when Hunter is home alone, he spots someone wearing a hat just standing on his front porch. And this is when things start to get really creepy.
Hatman. Someone's nicking your Amazon parcels.
What in the actual hell? There's literally...
Now, Hunter says that he opened the door because, unfortunately, having strangers standing on his doorstep is a common problem. But it's usually easily solved.
We live in downtown Memphis, which means we're used to having a homeless population. Usually when it rains, we will have homeless people walk up on the porch, and it is sad, but we do have to ask them to leave because we're on a private property. Every time I have had to ask a homeless person to get off the porch, they've always been...
Just because you're on a private property, don't mean you have to ask them to leave.
Kind, sweet, or just listened. They're just like you and me. They're just in much rougher circumstances. I was perplexed in the video because I thought, I didn't pay attention to the light passing through the shadow. I was like, it's not raining. Why is someone on my front porch? I get that to a lot of you in your everyday lives, that's not a good call. And probably moving forward, I won't do that. But I've been in that situation multiple times and I just didn't think anything about it.
Now, Hunter has even tried to debunk his own video to figure out exactly what he could have saw at his door that night, but it still just doesn't make sense.
The front of our house where somebody would be. For them to run, where would they have to hide? It goes straight out, guts out. This way, another commercial building, it juts out. They would also have to jump down into this drop of a fence and go that way.
Hunter says that he has lived in the house for 2 years, but he has never experienced anything like this. So just who or what did he see at his door? Next up, a woman is recording.
I don't know if it really looked like he had a hat or he had a big head, but there is a ghost that is a common sighting that people see is Hatman. I don't know if it's normally kids, but I think people normally see it when they're kids. Hatman is quite a common thing.
With her daughter to show off her new blue LED pool lights. But when she reviews her clip, she notices that she accidentally caught something that is downright creepy. Some odd translucent figure seems to eerily float around the edge of the pool, passing right through the woman's daughter. So are these figures just a trick of the light? Or did these people capture real evidence of the supernatural? A little visit. Nukes Top 5 viewer Jose Gonzalez sent me this strange footage that was captured just outside an apartment complex in Southern California. Jose says that the footage was caught by a family friend on a door cam just outside her apartment. It shows something that is truly bizarre. Some little figure that seems to be walking on 2 legs moves under the stairs. Then, as a woman passes by, it seems to press itself up against the wall to avoid her attention. Then the little figure quickly crawls between the steps and disappears out of sight.
Could be a
Weirdly,
shadow.
Whatever this is almost looks like it's dressed in a tiny little robe. Now, Jose believes that the security cam caught a duende, a mischievous creature from Spanish and Latin American folklore that is said to be similar to a gnome or leprechaun. But let me know what you think this is. Through the eyes of a child, a young woman...
I was going to say it could be a shadow and just weird lighting, but it can't have been because she was the other side of the stairs. Her shadow couldn't be. Yeah, she hadn't come round enough yet. And also, I did see its robe moving, and it did look like that drawing. Although that was a drawing and not photographic evidence.
Kyla says that she once saw a ghost when she was only 3 years old. Her aunt is filming her at the table when suddenly this happens.
Look, the apple! Don't come in here, okay? Stay in there. Stay in there in the living room. Don't come in here, okay? I won't let you anymore. I'm just gonna get.
Who you talking to?
I don't like that.
Who you talking to?
I don't want to stop.
Huh?
I don't like that one.
Well, who? You don't like who? What, baby? Like what?
Okay, guys.
It's now 15 years later and Kyla is 18. She says she has very little memory of this specific incident.
So basically, me and my aunt, I was at my aunt's house. My grandma lived down the street, and I guess my mom was at work. We were just eating potato soup, and I guess I saw something or someone on the stairs, and I was like, don't you come in here. And they just kept getting closer to me, and you could see that I'm looking that way. And I'm just like, you know, because it's coming at me, and I'm like, get away.
Who you talking to?
I don't like that.
Now we go to Witchah Can.
Yeah, that is creepy when kids do that. It is the same when dogs do it, when they just focus on nothing. That they don't. Nyla does it in this direction sometimes. She just stands there and stares. Once she done it and there was a big wasp behind the curtain. But other times she does it, it's just nothing. She just stands there and just like as if something has caught her attention. Stop doing that, you weirdo.
Where Nukes Top 5 viewer Dallas Clark says that she's worried that her home might be haunted after her Ring camera captures a very strange conversation. You see, her young son seems to be having an argument with someone. But the problem is, he's in his room all alone.
You want to talk? You want to talk to me? Wait, ghost man. Ghost man, ghost man. Ghost man, you say yes. Your eyes stupid. You don't like you anywhere. Yeah. You want to talk to me, ghost? Uh-huh. You want to talk? You want to talk, ghost? You want to talk to me? I'm gonna beat you up. Cause if you don't be quiet now, I'll go. Go, ghost.
The toddler seems to be speaking to an invisible entity that he has named, quote, Ghost Man. The boy even goes so far as to threaten to beat up Ghost Man.
I'm gonna beat you up. Cause if you don't be quiet now,
The little boy even yells for the ghost to leave.
I'll go. Go, ghost.
Dallas says that her son still speaks to, quote, Ghost Man, and that she has captured other spooky disturbances all around her home.
Go. You're right.
Another family in Houston, Texas has a similar strange experience with their 1-year-old daughter. One evening, Tiffany Matthysse notices that her little girl is looking at something in their kitchen, and that's when things get really weird.
Y'all, I don't know who she playing with, but it's an invisible person, and they're tickling her.
They're doing love for that.
Stop.
Who playing with you, baby?
And I pray so much, it can't be no.
Who's playing with you, baby?
So I pray so much over this house.
Hey. You play with your granny? You play with your granny? You play with your granny?
She is really interacting.
And I ain't scared a bit.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Little 1-year-old Trinity can be seen happily reacting to something her family just can't see. The child's mother believes that whatever this is can't be anything malicious. She thinks that her daughter is probably playing with the loving spirit of her grandmother. So do you think this is all just a child's overactive imagination? Or just what are these young children seeing? You decide. If you see something...
Yeah, at least the last one. She was the only one who had a friendly one by all accounts. It was tickling her and that. Which that's weird in itself. But at least she didn't say, I'm going to fuck you up in a minute. That's like saying my great niece would say. She loves swearing. And she loves saying, well, yeah, well, fucking hell. Yeah.
You think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com. You can also tag me on TikTok at nukestop5official, and be sure to tag me only at nukestop5official because there are a lot of fake accounts on there. Ghost hunts gone wrong. In this next video, a ghost hunter named Alex is exploring a haunted house where he hears a rumbling noise coming from a nearby wardrobe. The mirror on the wardrobe burst outward, sending sharp shards of glass flying towards Alex, barely missing him. But there's something even weirder here. Because, did you see it? Some bizarre shadow figure comes flying right out of the mirror and darts across the room so fast that Alex doesn't even notice. He checks the inside of the wardrobe, but there's nothing there. Mark Sebastian is staying at the infamous Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. The Stanley Hotel is said to be one of the most haunted hotels in North America, and is most famously known as the inspiration for the Stephen King book and subsequent movie, The Shining. Turns out that the hotel does live up to its spooky reputation. As Mark is filming the outside of the hotel late one night, he captures this.
Oh, shit. I'm not kidding. I just saw someone move in that window. Look in this window right here. Shh, you hear that?
A dark figure seems to peek out of one of the hotel's upper windows. But what's especially creepy is that this room is closed and locked off, inaccessible to the public.
This is the room where I saw something.
That's what's his name, the Black Bartender.
There's no one there.
Even the hotel staff can't explain Mark's strange ghostly capture, as no member of the staff patrols that room, and it's not open to hotel guests.
Really creepy though.
Isn't that creepy?
I'm glad you caught that though.
Me too.
You should show the tours.
Okay, I'll show the tours downstairs. Okay. I confirmed with the staff that no one was in there. They don't do patrols inside of that room. And most certainly not at 2:30 a.m.
I want to let you know that I was on live the entire night that night. So there are at least 1,000 people who saw the events of the footage you just saw play out in real time. It's a locked whiskey bar that is only open for private events. And as soon as I saw Mr. Shadow Man show his ass, I ran up to the door of that room that is on that little patio that you can see in the video, shined a flashlight in and showed that there was no one in there.
So just who or what did Mark see? Let me know what you think.
Black Bartender.
This next clip was sent to me by Nukes Top 5 viewer Zach S. He says that just after midnight, he and his friend Brandon were exploring a tunnel in Shinks Ferry, Pennsylvania that locals claim is extremely haunted. As the guys look around, something happens that chills them to their core.
Dude, seriously, what is that? I hear it sounds like boots, like wet boots walking over here.
Well, I heard that too, but did you hear the like low, like?
Yeah.
It's like a male.
Yeah, that's what I was describing as a growl.
It's like a male grunting.
Same. What the?
The two guys hear what sounds like a person moving in the tunnel, which kind of freaks them out. But as they go to check it out, they hear what almost sounds like a loud wailing moan from somewhere very close by. This sends the guys screaming back to their car in absolute terror.
Same. What the?
So did Zach and Brandon hear a ghost tromping around and whooping it up?
What a pair of sissies.
You decide. Caught on camera. Now, I don't usually feature scary photos on the channel because they're just too easy to fake. But I found these pictures especially interesting just because they're so strange and seem much harder to manipulate. Now, first up, some women were on a girls' trip to celebrate one of the women's birthdays. There were no husbands or boyfriends and no children in attendance. So one of the women snapped a live photo on her iPhone and captured this. Did you see it? On the right side of the picture, a small boy who seems to be absolutely colorless appears over the woman's shoulders.
Shit.
Now, if you don't know, an iPhone live photo captures a few frames before the photo and a few frames after. And if you look closely, this little pale gray boy actually seems to be moving. The women say that they have no idea who this boy could be, as there were absolutely no children around anywhere. Next up, a young woman named Tegan is taking a picture with her boyfriend.
That one was crazy. Creepy little kid. It looks like the little kid that's listening to Tiptoe Through the Tulips in whatever, Insidious, isn't it? Great films.
But later when she prints the photo out, she notices something very odd in the background. A very tall, thin man with indistinct features and hollow eyes can be seen watching.
It's Russell Brand.
The couple claims that the strange man would...
I've been wondering where Russell Brand's been. Found him.
Seemingly extra long limbs was not there when they took the picture.
Russell, stop creeping. You're already in trouble.
Destination unknown.
We'll pause it there.
Now this...
Yeah, that little Victorian shoeshine kid in the background of that picture, that's weird. Little grey kid. Little dusty kid. But yeah. Yeah, crazy. Them boys in the tunnel. That was the most feminine scream. Like, that's the sort of thing that they left terrified, probably drove in silence for half hour while they both recovered, and then the other one went, "You scream like a girl." That's the craziest scream I've ever heard. And they didn't look like they was small either. I don't know where that scream come from the pits of fear in him. Real fear come out of him, and that scream come out. That was like a cartoon scream almost. Oh, but yeah, that's the reaction. Sweet.